So boom, my man's come up to me and start talking to me about how he got a new, you know what I mean, and new dude in the cell, whatever. So I'm like, word, you know what I mean? So did I, yo. I'm like, this dude, he affiliated, he a Crip, you know what I mean? Now I gotta worry about this shit, you know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, I got a new dude, but he neutral, he ain't banging or nothing. So I'm like, well, at least you ain't gotta worry about all that, bro, you know what I mean? But he was like, he's still like having a child when somebody new that ain't never been to chain gang before come in your room, and now you gotta start teaching him everything and how this shit go. He's like, bro, I don't want to do that, bro. I'm like, man, I already know, bro. I done been through it. So he the timid dude, the scary dude, started to go around to each of the gangs and start trying to chill with them, and he trying to get some protection. You know what I mean? Because everybody that first come in, they scared. Everybody's scared. You know what I'm saying? When they come in there, and you know he trying to find his way to get in somewhere, but don't nobody want to take him. You know what I mean? Everybody like, nah, we go. You know what I mean? You can tell, you can see the energy. Don't nobody want him over there. But then he started kicking it with the Crips. So he kicking it with the Crips or whatever, and you know, I mean, him and my bunkie, the funky bunkie, started kicking it. You know what I mean? So I'm noticing how they starting to, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, yeah, he probably about to flip Crip. You know what I mean? He done found his way in. So one day, the female CEO, I think her name was Miss Green or something like that, but she was aight, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to find a way to get that pack brought in here. So, you know, every time she cut through, or any female officer cut through, I'm trying to throw my jab in there real quick, shoot my shot. You know what I mean? And she was doing her little count, so I'm leaning on the door like this. And, you know what I mean? When she cut through, I throw my little shot there. So I started talking to her. We sitting there chopping it up for a second and shit. And she like, yo, your room funky. I'm like, man, I know, yo. I'm like, it's my bunkie, yo. This dude, like, I don't know what's up with this dude, yo. I'm like, man, she started laughing. I'm like, yo, this nigga smell like wild boar. So she started laughing and shit. So she was like, man, you better tell him something and shit. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to, bro. This nigga smell like goat sweat. Like, I'm tired of this nigga. So I'm like, hey, yo, bunkie, let me holler at you real swift. So he come up there like, yo, what's good? I'm like, yo, you gonna have to wash your clothes or something, my dude. I'm like, yo, it smell crazy in here, man. You know what I mean? I'm tired of smelling it. You got the CEO talking shit. So he's like, man, fuck that bitch. I'm like, man, look, bro, for real, my nigga. He's like, yo, get the Bob Barker, clean the toilet, hand wash, and hang your shit up, my nigga. So he's like, yo, what you mean? What you saying? My bad. So he like, yeah, what you mean? What you saying? I take my shirt off, hike my pants up, stolen, slam the door behind us. Drag this nigga all over the cell. Cause I was bigger than, you know what I mean? So I just grabbed this nigga, took him up top, boom, nigga touching everything. He touching every part of this cell, touching everything. Like, I'm making sure of it. You know what I mean? I want to introduce you to each part of this motherfucking cell, my nigga. And now, his homies come over there, my homies come over there, run up to the door, everybody trying to open the door. I'm like, nah, ain't nobody. He in there fighting for his life right now. At first, you know what I mean? He was trying to do a little something, but I was too big, bro. Grass nigga, he touching both walls. Boom, boom. You know what I mean? Straight, you know what I mean? It's straight like that. So I handled this nigga. Then I opened the door. Bunch of shit happened or whatever, but it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? They got him up out of there. I told him he gotta go, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get up out of here, my nigga. It's not gonna work out, bro. I'm tired of this nigga stinking or whatever. So boom, they got him out of there. I got somebody else. So he got the, you know what I mean, he swole, he got the little titty here, the little titty there, you know what I mean? They end up DPing him because he won't wash his ass and he got his ass whooped, you know what I mean? He didn't even try to fight back, they said, but he couldn't though. I was too big, I was in there handling this little nigga, man, you know what I mean? So boom, he get DP'd or whatever. Now, the timid dude is on a probate, he's you know, he in the waiting period right now, you know what I mean? We gonna say it that way. He's in the waiting period. They trying to see how he conduct himself and all that, you know what I mean? But they about to put him on, you know what I mean? So one day, you know what I mean, I can see, things are looking like they about to do it today. You know what I'm saying? And him and my bunkie, they all hyped up, you know what I mean? They over there locking C's and all this and talking crazy and all that. And so I'm like, man, young boy ain't even had that much time, yo. I think he had like maybe 3 years. He probably was gonna do like maybe half that and go home. He ain't make it. Cause he went in there to get that put on, man. And they beat him to death. And I mean, I remember hearing it. Like, they was in there rumbling. Took him down on, throw the blood, you heard? Like, and at first, I mean, they like, yeah, get in there, yeah, yo, pick your motherfucking head up and all this. They in there yelling to this nigga and shit, and you know what I mean. And then you start hearing the bull screaming, yo, like, and then it got quiet, and then the door opened. So we trying to see the door, but you know how, anybody that's been in this situation knows how it's set up to where you can't see. You know what I mean? Can't nobody see over there. You know what I'm saying? They got it set up a certain way. And then they got a nigga standing there. You know how it go. So, but the door opened up and they drag him out of there. And then they brought him into his room, but you could see his head. It looked like everything they did to him was just on this side of his head, yo. His head was regular right here, but then this shit was like 5 times bigger than what it went in there as. You heard? And yeah, man. So they brought the what's it called? The nurse. So they called it cold. They went and did, the CO went around to do her little count and seen him laying in there, and she went in there to check on him because I guess she could tell what was going on. She went in there to check on him and he wouldn't move, so she went and called the COs to come in there and check on him and shit, and then they came in there and this nigga's not moving, so they called, they locked us all down. Everybody locked down. So we all standing in there, and, everybody at the door trying to see what's happening. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? Like, we about to be locked down forever, bro. They probably did this nigga in there, yo. The medical staff come in there. Then they brought the stretcher, and then you seen him go on it, and they pulled the sheet over that man, yo. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, what? Like, they were supposed to just put him on. Like, why would they kill him? You know what I mean? Like, they beat him to death in there, for real. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you could just be getting a put on and die, bro. There was another dude in there that died just from body work. He got DP'd and died. You know what I mean? I think he was a GD. And he died, like, from just straight body shots, bro. They beat his body up and killed him, yo. Word. Like, yo, this real life in there, yo. You know what I mean? Like, just cause you in there and you know what I mean, these is your boys and shit, that don't mean that everything sweet, everything cool, bro. Cause it be some hating niggas in there. It be niggas that's mad that they girl left and they about to take it out on you cause they can get this as a free one. So they about to just go in there and tweak on you, you know what I mean? And not take it easy. Like, it don't matter if you family or not, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And just a simple put on, bro. It was just to see if you got hands and if you can hold up during the squabble and all that. It's just a test. It's just a test of heart. You know what I mean? It's not to go in there and beat you to death, you heard? Like, they ain't supposed to do all that. They should have been stopped it. Like, I don't understand how it even got that far, bro. You know what I mean? But word, it was a young boy too, yo. I think he was like 19, got like 3 years, bro, and ended up dying in there, bro. Can you imagine how his family and his moms is, like, still to this day? Like, yo, they lost their child. They expected to see him in like 16 months, and they ain't never gonna see him again. Y'all be cool. Like, y'all be cool, man. Y'all be safe, bro. Like, that shit crazy, my nigga. For real. That's crazy.